Vacuuming the water out with a pump.
Alright, so each corner has, what do we have to do? Take your shoes off. It hangs there like a curtain.
Don't pee in the pool, guys.
Shallow side. This, make sure these arrows.
Oh, they're just made with pen.
Yeah, go in here. So what, you start with a corner, and then you shove it like a freaking balloon. Pull that side up.
I hope I don't fall in the pool.
Yeah, go hold that side up. Yeah,
It literally just hangs there like a curtain. It's not like you're pressing it in and it's clipping itself in. It's literally, no, it slides straight in. Slides straight in, and then when you pull it down, that's what grabs. That's it.
Oh,
I see. That's literally it.
There's like a little crack like this. You can see the crack where it sets in like a hook.
Yeah, right under that.
Alright, Brad, carefully hand me this, and then you're going to have to get off.
That's not hard. Yeah, I gotta zoom in.
It's holding itself up. Leave that, just let go of that for now, right? Just let go. Okay. Woo! Now, here's the point. Oh, shoot.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, guys, I could have gotten down there without any help.
You're taller.
Alright, you got to fill a crack. Your pool probably won't need a
now it's a tent.
water place. Now it's a tent.
Yeah, this is actually a
Feel
tent.
the edge. We actually had to patch with some mortar some of the holes,
From stuff getting
and some of the bigger holes were probably like 3 foot by 2 foot oval sort of shape.
have water pouring.
Yeah.
And we were told it could have been caused by groundhogs or just water getting out of the liner or what, groundwater. But water kept coming in through those holes, so we had to drill some small weep holes underneath so we could patch the big area. And when we patched the big area, the water kept coming through the weep holes. So now we're filling those holes with sand before we set the liner the rest of the way.
Ready?
Okay.
Spider mode.
Make sure the arrow goes in the corner.
Let me see the arrow again.
Make sure these arrows.
Oh, they're just made with pen.
Yeah, go in here. I can't get the corner.
The last corner is going to be the hardest part. It might be easier to do one at a time than to try to do both at the same time. You're tugging against each other. All the seams look like they're lining up good with your measurements.
Push down on it while we relieve tension over here, and it'll probably lock it in. Ready?
Okay, you're good.
Alright, relieve tension.
You're good.
Solid.
The tension pulled it.
Okay, so they just have to
Is that all
snap
in under your
the
arms?
Alright.
liner throughout the top
Is that
all
in
the way
right? Or
around.
did it pull out the corner?
Alright, you go help him with the corner. We're gonna go ahead and put this in. Now you wanna put this in?
Start at this side, work that way, but don't finish it off down there at the end.
Alright.
Because see all these wrinkles? We gotta put the vacuum in there to pull the wrinkles out.
What? Really?
Yeah. Okay, we're putting the vacuum behind the liner to try to suction it. I think we're going to try and put one on the other side also.
Alright, we're having trouble. We need to find a way to plug in both of these things at the same time.
We don't, somebody should come up with something to plug two things into one outlet.
Hey guys, don't pee in the pool.
So taping the vacuum to the liner.
I'd like to note that they're planning time to seal that, but there's no. We have to seal that.
I don't know if that's necessary or not, but we're sealing that off just in case.
It is necessary.
It is necessary, says the boss. And make sure you have the valve to the skimmer drain and the bottom drain closed when you do the vacuuming. It's suctioning there. That's a more powerful vacuum. So now we're putting the seals to the steps in to help get a better vacuum on the shallow end, but
does it screw wherever you want?
it's suctioned pretty good in the deep end. That'll go all the way across, then we'll have to cut the steps out. Okay, we got that in there. We're gonna put a little bit of water down in the bottom here, but we're gonna have to straighten out all these wrinkles here. They're smoothing out the final wrinkles. There's a few over here. This side over here is good. And when you're going to straighten out some wrinkles, make sure you use your hands and not your feet, because you can stretch the liner out with your feet. Just this corner, so the deep end there is nice and tight in there with the shop back. There's a view from up on the deck here. They're going to readjust the bottom of those steps so they can pull the last few wrinkles in the shallow end out. But the vacuum's doing a really nice job with the deep end and all the rest of it. I missed him cutting most of that step liner out.
Here, if you hand it to me, I can get this side.
Yeah. So, close up on the steps is recording.
This is how you should look once you cut the vinyl off for the pool.
Those trim pieces you're recording.
You put these trim pieces on with a bunch of screws.
Yeah, those trim pieces up there. Oh, it scared me.
Okay, so we found this is really slippery. He's already wiped out a couple times. Also, make sure you don't have your phone in your pocket or your wallet. Hey, don't you have to put that seal in? Yeah. Thank goodness for wives. Put the screwdriver down there so he didn't have to worry about dropping his drill, because we've already filled this with a little bit of water to keep the water close down. The weight of the water to hold the liner down in the corners. So we put the drain in the exact right spot. So we actually have the two hoses, one from the front spigot, one from the back spigot. It does give you a little more water than just one hose, even though it's coming from the same source. Got it screwed in. Now he's cutting out the liner. We put the seal, one under the liner, one on top of the liner, in between the white trim piece. So we still have some more things that we need to cut out as the water level rises.
Oh, don't use your hands. You're gonna slip and bust his face.
Dueling hoses. You have to have a little fun. Now he's putting the trim pieces back on, the cover up basically the screw heads on the steps. Once the water level gets high enough, we'll have to smooth out a couple of those shallow wrinkles. They should come out just fine.
And then after you're done filling up the pool with water, you can swim in it. While you are filling it up, make sure you leave the vacuum on until you're about done. Then go ahead and put that piece in and you should be done.